Chapter 20, The Gate Below. The forest listened. Every branch, every stone, every root seemed to lean inward as Decima walked. She didn't run. She didn't rush. But the sound beneath her feet had become constant now. A low, distant groaning, like the bones of the earth were shifting in anticipation. The fire mark on her arm pulsed with each step, sinking with the rhythm in the soil, not painful, not burning, guiding. Cassian followed a few paces behind, silent but tense, his hand never far from the hilt of his blade. He didn't trust the silence. He didn't trust the path. He wasn't wrong to hesitate. Behind them, Sarenfe kept her distance. Her massive form moved through the trees like a shadow with wings. She hadn't spoken since the night before. Not out loud, not in Decima's mind. But she was watching, always watching. When they reached the clearing again, the gate was still, half-buried, cracked, and now surrounded by faint lines of scorched soil that pulsed like veins. The 3 runes were dark, but the center of the gate glowed. Not a rune, not a symbol, just a single smoldering point. Waiting, Decima stepped into the clearing, and the center of the gate responded. The glow wasn't blinding. It shimmered like heat over stone, distorting the air just enough to make the image blur and bend, and then begin to form. Not a rune, not a seal, a face, her face. But older, eyes lined with fire, a mark spread across the throat like cracked gold, a future not yet lived, or a memory not yet forgotten. Cassian drew in a breath behind her. That's not a spell. That's a reflection. No, Decima whispered. It's me. Sarenfe moved closer now, wings tucked in tight. That is what you become. Or what you once were. The gate remembers you. Cassian took a step forward. That's impossible. You're not old magic. You're not council-born. You're not what you thought, she said, still staring at the fire shadow of her own face. The glow pulsed once, and then it spoke. Not in the voice of the sealed dragon. Not in a dreamlike whisper. In her voice. I was bound to fire before I was given a name. Decima staggered back. The voice continued. The gate does not unlock with power. It unlocks with what was taken. Memory, blood, truth. Cassian looked between her and the gate. It's asking for something only you can give. Sarenfe's voice came low and sharp. It's asking for everything. The fire mark on Decima's arm blazed suddenly, bright as a struck match, and then everything disappeared. Not the forest, not the gate, herself. For one breathless moment, she was nothing but light. And then, she was someone else. A woman stood on a cliff top beneath a blood-red sky, arms outstretched. Her hair was darker, longer, twisted with braids of copper and bone. Her robes were torn, scorched at the edges. She was surrounded by bodies, witches, warriors and beasts that no longer had names. And behind her, a dragon, wounded, bleeding from the chest, vast wings trembling as it lowered its head to hers. The woman raised a hand and touched its snout. I choose, she whispered. Not power, not glory, you. And then she stepped into flame. Decima gasped as the vision ended. She fell to one knee in front of the gate. Chest heaving, the fire mark still glowing. Cassian moved to help her, but she shook her head. I saw her, she said. The first one. Your ancestor? He asked. She nodded. She didn't bind the dragon with magic. She offered herself. No contracts, no runes, just soul. Sarenfe's voice was quieter now. That bond was never recorded, never written down, because the council feared what it meant. Cassian knelt beside her. What does it mean? Decima looked at the gate. It means I'm not opening it with fire. She placed her hand on the center of the stone. I'm opening it with truth. Her hand rested on the center of the gate. No spell, no incantation, just touch. The stone felt warm beneath her skin, but not like fire, like breath, like skin, like something alive. The glowing mark beneath her palm pulsed once, then again, and then all 3 runes lit up together, not separately, but as one single flame. The spiral, the symbol, the face. All of it merged in a single blinding thread of gold that ran up the surface of the gate and sank, deep into the cracks. Cassian stepped back. Decima. But it was already happening. The gate didn't swing open. It dissolved. Stone became smoke. Runes became flame. The ancient symbols bled into light, uncoiling like a dragon stretching its limbs after centuries of sleep. A gust of heat swept through the clearing, not violent, but vast. A heartbeat followed. Then another. Then silence. The opening in the ground wasn't wide, just large enough for one person to pass through. Below, no ladder, no stairs, only firelight, glowing like a lantern from the center of the world. Far away, Daniel stirred, the bond in his chest tightening as though he'd felt her triumph. Serenfai did not speak. Cassian stood behind her, not moving. Decima stared into the light, and from below the voice came again. "Now, come home."